Welcome everyone to this hopefully more successful live stream after so long no live stream, except the failed one on the primary channel because Peakbugs Apple and apparently they're failing TG3 hardware Ethernet stuff. So one short update here from our daily frustration. Sorry that we are getting so negative here, but that's what you get from modern IT stuff. Today a Linux Firefox Rust edition, because you saw me here mostly using Firefox and made a video about this, how annoying it is to compile Firefox and Rust, and here of course Firefox. So I've tried to update this today because it was already a month or two since the last one, and I could only update Firefox here one version number. The last video was 64. And today I tried to compile the last version, which obviously didn't just work. And then I tried the next version, also didn't work because Rust. And then I could actually build 65, but nothing more. And why is that? Of course, there's something slightly newer. By the way, do I have this in the history or maybe not? Scripts update Firefox to, what did I just say, 65 or something. Let's see what this gives. Yeah, 65. Sorry. See, I had already something here, 0.1 uploaded, and you will see that we need a new Rust version, and you probably remember, if you are a recurring viewer and subscriber, how annoying this is. So if we try to build this one here, I should actually change config default parallel to just 4 or something, because otherwise our Core i7 will choke here. Build Firefox, and this will abort rather quickly because new Rust version. And this is my frustration here, that only for Firefox, which is obviously in a cloud and modern web and stuff world, one of the most important programs, and then you can't even update this because it needs Rust. And yeah, as I said, the annoying thing with that is it requires another hour or two and often doesn't just build and has this stupid binary loading or remote code execution stuff that I called out here a couple of times already. So you see Rust up stuff here, Rust version. We can also take and look into the log file here at var_adm logs 9 Firefox for the details. Here at once 130 is too old, at now once 131. And why? I mean, you know this, I made videos. Compiling Rust is a piling piece of garbage. With Cargo and Rust it will compile here an hour and whatsoever. Let's see, so I will not do this live here because it's just plain boring, not only for me but certainly also for you, unless you want to see this amazing log scroll by, and usually it doesn't even work at the first try. Let's see, update Rust for 131.0 or something, Rust C or Lang or whatever. Is this even here? This looks, what is even the latest version? Let's quickly check this. And yeah, in my opinion, this is also, in general, can they not at least like do this once a year or something? Do they really need each quarter up the Rust version for web render? By the way, is this language amazing or not? Either this language is amazing and this can support stuff for a year, or it's a piling piece of random spaghetti garbage that they need to update and change it every month. Why can they not at least build their Firefox so that it can use like 12 months of Rust version? This is too much to ask for. It's also not like we update our C compiler each and every month because GNOME or KDE or the Linux kernel needs the latest GCC compiler. This would actually also piss me off slightly. Also not Rust CC. And yeah, 130, let's see what is the latest version. And yeah, this is still recompressing, and 0 drop frames, amazing. So actually our frames per second go down a little bit, probably for, yeah, it's 134, thank you very much for that. Apparently, and also does there really need to be a Rust release each and every month? This is really getting out of hand. And again, if this bootstrapping would be a piece of cake here, some vanilla ice cream, lollipop thing on the afternoon, I would say nothing. But again, this is completely alien build system with cargo and whatnot, with their amazing code, remote code execution crap here with curl your remote code stuff there directly to your, if you want to install it system-wide root shell, or probably better not. I made a couple of videos last week's IT news, and yeah, I really hate this. This is not cool. This is why for me increasingly all this IT stuff is not fun anymore. It's just depressive shit, whether you look at Apple, Google, Firefox, Mozilla, you name it. And yeah, leave me in the comments below if you find this amazing or not. If you want to see this scrolling by here for an hour or something. Don't really remember. By the way, do they have here a list of, I don't really remember if, but probably at the time of the last update 130 probably was the latest version. I would hope usually if I update I use the latest version. But the problem is that this most likely will not just build and even require new cargo, and then the cargo will maybe require a new Rust, and then you update this a little bit, that a little bit, this a little bit, that a little bit. Beside, it's still not nicely integrated into T2 and probably not Debian and whatever, because of the gazillion hundred micro dependencies and stuff that is installing half a gigabyte of build artifacts for all the 150 micro dependency bullshit there. And yeah, you are away for 10 days and you come back, and this is the first thing you can waste your time on. And video output is low, yeah, no shit Sherlock, because recompressing on a Core i7 with Intel security vulnerabilities. Made a dedicated video on that on my main channel. You can go watch and subscribe there and give it a thumbs up if you like security vulnerabilities and recompiling cargo and Rust each month for selected web stuff. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this quick update. Yeah, video output is low, no shit Sherlock there on the Core i7 front here, because why not? Also, you see this apparently is so small that it is recompressing here for way too long. Download mirror Rust. Let's see, what do we have here? So yeah, are you kidding me that this is, this is 145 megabyte for a compiler? Are you completely kidding me? I mean, this is also hilarious. Why is some Rust compiler not some 10 megabyte of, I mean, sources, right? It's ridiculous. 145 megabyte for a fucking freaking compiler this day and age, you name it. I probably need to really open a beach coffee or something, or I don't know. This is here amazing stuff. Not while we are at it, we could give it a try. I guess it's there. So how large is it? 91. So what was that, Arthur? So yeah, there you see how much better does that standard compress. Apparently quite a bit. Okay, now this is already gone. Let's see, we can try to compile this here, Rust C. And yeah, so, but at least we have this in log, so this compressed from 145 megabyte to 33, just when you, 73, just when you wonder why we have recompressed this to set standard. Let's tail here the tail follow of yeah, also, why is this first starting to compile this micro dependency hell nonsense? And there you see, I don't make this up, proc macros. And by the way, does the compiler really need proc macros, num CPUs? I mean, you know what, micro dependencies, my S, micro dependency for num CPUs, syn quote cmake. I mean, toml bootstrap config if, what is it, config interface, order map, fixed bit set. I mean, seriously, if Rust would have 3 stuff like libc and low-level bit stuff and something, but seriously, it's ridiculous. It's so sad. Yeah, and you see the build starts here with compiling micro dependencies instead of whatever. So yeah. And also, right, so we have C, C++, beside Fortran, Java, of course, Python, Perl, Ruby. Sorry. And then, what is the Apple one? I mean, beside Objective-C, Swift, and then Rust, and on GNOME Valar, beside Lua and whatnot. So yeah, so apparently you need, in the meantime, 100. As many Linux distributions and desktop environments and window managers, you need languages, one language for each system and stuff. And yeah, really wondering if this will compile, because this is the next thing. Usually that doesn't even bootstrap, because need a new version of that, need a new version here. So you see, I was slightly wondering, did we not have libc earlier? But yeah, so a micro dependency for alloc, probably allocation, don't quite, maybe. So what is the difference between alloc and alloc system? I don't know. I guesstimate one is directly doing that without libc and the other is doing this with a system libc, or I don't know what. Panic abort, panic unwind. You never can have enough micro dependencies. I hope you learned. So yeah, more micro dependencies. Version abort, mem offset, and I mean Graphis. I mean seriously, you need to install Graphis for you remove all. Quick error. I can't even make this up. I mean seriously, there is a limit of human time. Small vec, enar, parking lot core. I mean, are you completely fucking freaking kidding me? You can't, this is so hilarious, you can't make this up. I mean, the jokes write themselves here. Random also ATTY. Apparently each function here has an own micro package. It's hilarious.